Good morning. Welcome to day 10. Yeah, 10. I'm all packed up here at Bly Gap, ready to go. Had a dry breakfast of Pop-Tarts and a Kind bar. I'm trying to get an early start. It's 7:30, a little later than I wanted to, but I'm going to try to pack in a 13 plus mile day to get to Courthouse Gap shelter. Because we have thunderstorms supposed to move through tonight and then tomorrow, so I want to be as close to a bailout point as I can get. So we're going to get started. That way I got a full day. I can take my time. Here at Bly Gap, I guess the elevation is high enough that we got yellow birch trees. They have the peely bark like paper birch, just not in big, wide pieces. And it's got a yellowish golden color. The other way you can tell yellow birch, there's two birches that this works for, yellow and sweet. If you take a twig and you scratch off the dark bark, get down to the green cambium and smell it, you can smell wintergreen. So that's yellow birch, has a wintergreen smell of the twigs. There's that iconic gnarly old oak tree. Just got done with about an 800-foot climb right out of Bly Gap. And that's not even the top of the mountain. That's just the first knob I got to go over. I forgot how North Carolina welcomes you to its state on the trail. Anyway, it's 7:55. Took me 25 minutes to make that climb. A little slow, so I got to get moving and put some miles behind me. All right, we got a sun coming up, nice sunny day. It's about 55 right now. It's supposed to go up to 68. 20% chance of rain and thunderstorms during the day, and then again at night, a chance of thunderstorms. So my goal is to make a shelter, and hopefully there's space in it. And then we'll go from there. I think it's a 13 plus mile day to get to Courthouse Gap shelter. So I got to get moving. Just topped Courthouse Bald, and no, it's not a bald. It's not anymore. I made a 1,000-foot climb in just over a mile. Took me an hour. Better than I thought I would have. But with that in mind, I got to make up for the slow pace on the downhills. The big climb of the day is going to be Standing Indian Mtn. Some mist rolled through while I was on the climb up, but you can see a little bit through the trees. All right, catch you further up the trail. You can just make out some of the mountains. Almost at Muskrat Creek. Stopped here at Muskrat Creek Shelter for a break. I was gonna get some water, but when I realized the stream is there and the privy, can you see it, is there with the mesh underneath, so any rainwater would wash down this way right into the creek. So I'm skipping water here. I just had a granola bar and I'm getting moving on. Always pay attention to where the privy is. Another yellow birch. For those of you who don't know, not all birches peel, but you see these little lines here. They call lenticels. Common on cherries and birches. Believed to be involved in gas exchange, but at least that was years ago when I was in school. I don't know if they figured it out yet. As you see, we're in a rhododendron jungle. White oak stamp. That's the register box that's supposed to be there. If you camp here, you're supposed to register. I don't think anyone's done that. That was empty last year too. So we're gonna move on. And here we are at the Chunky Gal Trail, number 77. Love that name. This old dead or dying oak. All these funguses here. I don't know if you can see it. The spores come out. I hope you saw it. Those are the fruiting bodies of the fungus. That's only a small portion of the whole fungus's body mass. Just the part that sends out spores for the next generation. Water Oak Gap. Hi. I believe I'm going to start doing a little climbing now. I'm not sure, but I'll check. Oh, nice bunch of trail. Nice, easy walking. Just turned the shoulder on what I believe is Yellow Mountain. So it should be a downhill for the most part, down to a gap. Ooh. Hey, I can bring you something to look at. Hang on. Not a bad view. A little technical with all the rocks. A lot of moss. It's a very wet area. You can hear the water percolating under the rocks. Look at that old birch. That's better. Almost down to Deep Gap. Had to stop to filter some water. I'll get 1.5 liters. That'll take me through the gap and up the other side to the shelter. Standing Indian shelter. And I'll try to have lunch there. It's 11:30 now, so I'm hoping I can make it there by 12ish so I don't eat too late. So we'll see what happens. There's my water source right over there. A little trickle of a spring. Another 5 minutes and I'll be on my way. Making the final push up Big Indian Mountain. In fact, I've been running up here. My mojo is running down. Start getting some views. Bummer. A little foggy. We'll have to see.
I make my own hummus. I might have to try some of that.
Standing Indian Mountain.
Yeah.
What do you think, Wendy? Am I doing it
I'm
right?
sharing the top with a maintenance crew, but here's Standing Indian Mountain.
That's
The
what
view.
the rich runners do in Georgia. And so I follow suit and do the same thing. Is that trash?
Yeah.
Got it. I was very pleased at the not much trash here. And then I looked down here and there's a bunch of broken glass. I don't know what it is. Oh, let's see.
Came up
There's not much.
along that ridge right there.
Oh, wait a minute. That might be.
A lot of beat up forest here. Just met a maintenance crew guy, said that a fire had come through in 2016 or thereabouts, and that's why everything's so stunted and dead, and that's why all the laurels here are so small. Sorry, very rubbly trail. So this is all recovering from a fire. It's like 75 degrees today. It was beautiful on Standing Indian. I shared the top with the maintenance crew. Now I'm booking. Gonna try to make Courthouse Gap 7 miles in 4 hours. So we're gonna see what happens. I walked through here, I think how this would be perfect for like a Halloween spook walk. Scraggly trees, like hands reaching out to grab you. Debris across the trail. All right. Ow! That caught our root. Beach Gap. Just over 3 miles to get to Courthouse Gap. It's 3:20. Doable. Coleman Gap. Alright, that means I got a little bit of a climb. I think about 400 feet climb. Then up over the top, down to the shelter. I didn't remember what the distance was. It's less than a mile. And it's 4 o'clock. So, should be there by 5 at the latest. Let's see. Alright. Timber Ridge Trail goes that way. I got 0.4 more to go this way. And all the climbing, for the most part, is done. I'm hoping there's space in the shelter. Some beautiful, huge trees around here. That's what I love about this trail. The beautiful trees you see that managed to escape lumbering activity. Or were so young at the time, they didn't get cut. So huge ridge line over there. I don't know what it is. All right. Get back to you when I get near the camp.